ning litanya, kabahining bisda kong paghigugma. Para buyag, kasing-kasing kiat, para buyag, abdik pa ni Leon kilat. Pagpanggako gahit paspuso sa larsyan, muhumok, igbahog sabaw sa linarang. Humukog ilong, tanalaag tas kulon, at tuon tadapit nga makasaysayon. Lapik sa dila, ugrot siya sa pulong, dugan mo siguradong makumong-kumong. Hugot pa suot, hugot pa suot, hugot pa suot.
Bahalag saging, basta labing, bahalag buwan, basta tupad. Bahalag toyo, basta radio, bahalag inamos, basta langgakoy. Bahalag hilaw, basta ikaw, bahalag korne, basta perme. Bahalag lanay, basta tanday, bahalag dukot, basta lang hugot. Hugot pa suot, hugot pa suot, kasing-kasing kapuno sa kahimuon. Huot pas hugot, huot pas hugot, ikaw akong forever, wala'y magbuot. Hugot pas huot, hugot pas huot, bisag ipadpad man sa tumang kalimot. Huot pas hugot, huot pas hugot, sa dalan kulon kita mag-abot. Bahalag tiit basta sikit, bahalag magumos basta lang timos, bahalag muluong basta muhaom, bahalag di makaya basta kita.
Titi kabiyaan, tuura jud nako, mura General Maxilom ni kon mo plano. Para ni mo makipatay ko pareho, sa Cebuanong katipunerong si Alejo. Maglisod ko kaon, kung di tadungan, ang imong istorya murag musika sa dungan. Bisag kinsa nga babae, di ti ka ilisan, kaya nga akong gugma, solid pa sa katipunan.
Hugot pa suot, hugot pa suot, kasing-kasing kapuno sa kahimuon. Huot pa suot, huot pa suot, ikaw akong forever, wala'y magbuot. Hugot pa suot, hugot pa suot, bisag ipadpad man sa tumang kalimot. Huot pa suot, huot pa suot, sa dalan kulon kita mag-abot. Sa dalan kulon kita mag-abot. Sa dalan kulon baya ang sabot.
Mic test. Mic
Mic
test.
test. Hello. Okay. Happy International Women's Day and National Women's Month.
Okay.
We'd like to give a quick shout out to the women in Cebuano literature who has given a wonderful way for us ladies to express more on writing and the world of writing.
Okay, so why the new faces?
Where's Arian and Kendall? That'll be a question answered later. But first, let us introduce ourselves.
First of all, I'm Kelsey.
And I am Elisha. Today we're going to grace you on our beautiful, wonderful, amazing, totally unexpected, totally wonderful Folio, Places of Memory.
Or lieu de mémoire.
Lieu de mémoire, French. So, about this folio back in... Oh, wait, hold on. Welcome to the fifth episode of Hulma and Friends. And we would like to thank Palmgrass Heritage Hotel for letting us use their space for this occasion. Back in September 2024, Hulma held its second workshop, and that is where Places of Memory started brewing. And today we have our wonderful, amazing fellows who have taken part in contributing and writing the pieces for our for the new book. Everyone give a round of applause, please. Yeah. I think let's not waste any more time, Kels, and let us bring our first ever fellow.
Okay, for our first fellow, Trixie Canama was awarded as Best Fellow for Prose for Hulma's second literary workshop. She also won this title last year from Club's first literary workshop. Furthermore, she's the current Club's commissioning editor for short form releases. She does not label herself as a great writer, but rather just a yapper. Gifted to write fiction, but has seen into poetry these days. Oh, and she loves angst. It's her favorite dessert.
Thanks.
When away from writing, she can be found maladaptively daydreaming about possible scenarios for her next piece. This lady prefers to be only contacted through Gmail.
So, without further ado, let's bring out Trixie.
Woo!
Yeah, yeah. So, Trixie, let us know more about your piece.
Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Trixie, and my piece is entitled Tamarin. A short summary about it is a detective being assigned on a case about a woman's mother being killed, and while investigating for the case, he encounters like feelings about the woman, because that woman, her late mother, was actually labeled to be killed by her own father, and it's a very mix of modern mystery, like romance and all that stuff. So yeah.
Okay, Trixie.
Very interesting.
That was
I can't wait to
amazing.
read more about this. However, Trixie, you're not safe. For now, we're going to talk more about your piece. So, what?
Why-
What? I'm sorry. What inspired you to write this piece of yours?
As the Holma Club knows, I really love mysteries, and I especially love Sherlock Holmes. But this piece was actually inspired by Irene Adler and Sherlock Holmes' relationship. So I wanted to make like a twist on that story, but it's heavily inspired by Sherlock Holmes.
Okay, what inspired world building?
Oh, the world building. It's set in like before technology was like very advanced, so that's why it's like old. There's no mentions of like cell phones, only using a computer, and it's I was inspired by Sherlock Holmes again, and I really love like the take on like the old stories rather than the new ones, because I old stories have like a big connection to me.
Okay, what themes can we expect from your work?
I'll expect themes of mentions of murder definitely, and mystery. It's also thriller. There's a build up there. As people have said, there's a really good plot twist there. So expect a plot twist that you might never expect, because it's very subtle.
Okay, this is going to be a bit brash, but can we ask for a bit of spoilers? So, what's your favorite paragraph or part in your story?
Oh, but my favorite part of the story is like the last sentence, and it's gonna be a big spoiler if I were to say it. So that's why you guys should buy the folio.
Okay. So, what did you read, or like what did you take in before writing your piece?
I've watched Detective Conan since I was 13 years old. So even now, and I make so many fanfics about them in Wattpad and AO3. And Sherlock Holmes again, and there's Hercule Poirot and Ellery Queen, which is not really well known here, but she's like a female detective.
Okay, so what can we expect from your future work? Will we see you in regionals or nationals?
Maybe I actually joined the DTI thing. That was a national workshop, but there's no results right now, and I might join Palanca. Yeah, because a lot of the people, especially Sir John Dante, has been and Sir Alden Arcin has been pushing me to be in Palanca, but like it's kind of big step. So I'm still thinking about it.
That's really amazing, Trixie. We cannot wait to read your piece, available in Lost Books. Yes. So, before we proceed, Trixie's lieu de mémoire was being alone on a rainy day and watching the first episode of Case Closed. It was when she searched the word fanfic of the series that graced her eyes on the blissfully elegant website called fanfiction.net. From there, she was blessed with the most beautiful and gut-wrenching stories that tore her mended her heart. It came upon her that the right words can truly touch the soul. So whenever she writes another tale with different people, she'll remember that 13-year-old girl by the window about to create a story of her favorite anime characters. Once again, everyone, this is Trixie Canama and her work.
Entitled Tamarind.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
That was a very exciting piece. Exciting piece from Trixie. So, shall we proceed?
Yes, okay. So the second okay, so the second the second okay. The second fellow is Samantha Balili. Is an amateur author and a lifelong savant of all things considered weird and embarrassing. She generally focuses on being a Laagan STEM student at the highly accredited University San Carlos and a member of the Folio division of Hulma Writing Club, where she delves into the strange parts of fiction. She's often found shamelessly gushing over her current chronically online interests ranging from Pokemon unite to niche internet beef to anybody who would listen to her. Okay, so you can contact her on her Instagram, STLLETO.
So, without further ado, let's bring out Samantha Balili.
Woo! Okay, what can you say, Sam?
Mic test. Okay. So, so first of all, disclaimer. Please ignore the first part of my bio nail. Anyways, what are we talking?
Talk more about your
Oh.
piece.
About my piece. I have two duha ka flash fiction, guys. sorry. The first flash fiction is like kind of like do I explain this? Did I explain the plot?
If you want spoilers, sure.
No. So read our folio to find out what my stories are. wait, I will explain so I can hook you in. Marketing. Listen. Lock in. Come here. So the first story is about someone who's like psychic, like not just secret powers that it's like the entire plot. and then the second is nothing like the first one. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, the second the second flash fiction is
Wow.
is kind of you know it's kind of Filipino based. Sorry, I should lower my volume. Sorry, lock in.
Lock in.
My two flash fictions. First one about like power. So if you're into fantasy or if you're into like college AUs, I'm the man for you. And then the second one is kind of realistic. So, but it's still flash fiction. So a lot of fiction.
May we know the titles of
Oh.
both stories?
The first, I'll say the second one because it's funny. It's called Angel.
Angel.
It will come in soon. You will
Oh.
understand when you read it.
Baby,
girls who know
you're
know.
my angel.
I don't know the rest of the reason. The first one, don't laugh. The first one is called The Creaking of a Voiceless Door.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Okay. So the first question is
The biggest beefsteak.
okay. So Sam, what did you read before writing this piece?
Oh, which piece?
Oh, both pieces. You can start with the first one.
Oh my god, the first piece, the one piece that I
One piece.
that I
Okay.
would, boy, like I literally, okay. Does anyone? It's a story called Don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh.
Lock in, lock in.
Psyche K, don't laugh, don't laugh. Yeah, yeah. It's about like a boy who has psychic powers. I was like, oh, the mind reading aspect is really interesting. It rested my inches. Wait, no, no, no.
Oh.
Cut that, cut that. Mods, don't clip that.
Clip that,
Anyways,
clip that.
The I was like thinking about the logistics of that. Like, oh my days, like, oh my gulay, the thoughts inside imong utok kay very overwhelming. Ano, nga na ba? Nga na ba, guys?
Okay, second question. Ay,
Huh? Wait, I have two
Ay,
flash fictions.
yes.
Two flash. Remember, first one, second one
Okay.
in the folio.
Okay, so
Like pilang folio? Might
Okay.
be 50 pesos.
50 pesos.
Might be, might be.
Might be. Okay, so for the second flash fiction
The piece I read for that one was
was
actually very funny. It wasn't like a published book. I kind of read a bunch of AO3 fics to make that, and then I revised it reading the Ate Trixie's Tamarind.
wow.
No one laugh. No one laugh.
Okay. Lock in.
Locked in. Locked
Okay,
in.
lock in, lock in, lock in. Okay. Second question. What inspired world building?
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh. So, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this, but it's a little place called the Philippines. And guys, when I found out about the Philippines, I was so inspired that I made not one, not three,
Not three.
two stories
Wow.
based from the Philippines. Okay.
Wow.
First story kay based on this little like niche kind of I'm not sure if you guys know because it's like really you need to get into the lore of the Philippines
Is it
to know
so
this.
indie?
It is. It's
Very
called
indie.
University of San Carlos.
Oh my gosh, I wonder where
Oh,
that is.
might be could be Talamban campus, could be downtown campus, but you guys don't know either. You guys don't know either. So
We need to find out.
gracious. The
Okay.
second one is a made up place. I made up a barangay and kind of based off Colon. Hell yeah. Hell heck yes. Yes. Beep that. Bleep. Yes.
A little birdie told us that these were originally fan fictions.
What? What?
What?
I thought I killed that bird.
What?
Who told you? Who told you? Yeah, I did. Sorry. I based it off fan fiction mostly. The second one is actually based off an anime.
What anime?
Mm. You guys are outing me here. The anime it was based off of is called Gangsta.
Yes.
Don't cry.
Oh, okay.
Why are you crying?
Say third question.
Let's move to the next one.
Third
I think
question.
I exposed
Guys,
myself.
Are you pressure? Are you pressure? Okay, so yes. Third question. What themes can we expect from your work?
Oh. The biggest beefsteak is the first story is so the themes for the first story are kind of like dealing with things in your head, guys. Like, oh my days.
Oh my day.
um, lock in.
Lock in, guys,
What I
lock in.
meant by that was
because I wanted to draw a parallel between Psyche K's
Psyche.
psychic powers and also overthinking. So it's like yeah, it's kind of stressful. So I base a lot of, so you can expect a lot of talk about your mental health about in this the second half is like kind of plot based, kind of the plot kind of comes in, so it's kind of it's really good, it's really good, guys.
It's very sugoi.
It's very chewy, this.
Okay, so what
uh Technical error, we have to what? Sorry. We have to stop this now.
No.
Bye.
Wait, calm down, girl.
Wait, the
You're
second
not an
story.
English Shara. You do not overwhelm people.
Hi. Go man.
Okay, so
Ay,
okay.
di ba na,
What is
the themes of the second story kay mostly about basta
basta? Read.
sabta lang, guys.
Read. Buy the book and read. Lost books. Lost book.
Oh, hashtag lost books. I know where it
Yes.
is.
Okay, we're not yet done, girl.
Sorry.
Lock in.
How many questions?
What is spoilers? What is your favorite part on both pieces?
Oh my days, this is the biggest beefsteak. My favorite part in the first story
yes.
is a spoiler. Yeah, Vector.
Yeah,
You guys
guys.
can't know it. No.
Read the book.
Yeah,
Buy the book.
but it's like I really love.
Yes, this is her
Hi,
page.
Mauni ako, guys.
Yeah.
I really love callbacks. So whenever an author like kanang when the authors or like poets do like repeating lines but like in different contexts, I'd be like
Spicy,
eh,
delicious.
yes. So I try to incorporate that into my own work and I keep doing it, and basta I'm kind of proud of the first one, the favorite line, but you know, it's
sugoi.
You have to read it.
Mm.
The second one is it's kind of like the very last paragraph. I last scene. First paragraph sa last scene
Last
where
scene.
like the character wakes up. Charot.
Is that a spoiler?
Did it? I think waking up is normal.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
It
I'm
is.
sorry, like
Unless the character is dead, so they can't wake up anymore.
whoa, don't say the D word.
Okay.
Never say the D word.
Okay.
But like yeah, on first paragraph of the last I don't know, it's like it's not really anything special. It's not plot related. It's just like I like the ambiance.
Ambience. What about the aesthetics?
The aesthetics. Hospital.
Hospital.
Who said
Is
that?
that a spoiler?
Who knows?
Read to find out.
True. I bumped that message.
Places of memory. Yeah. So, lastly, what can we expect from your future work? Will we see you in regionals or nationals or international?
No. And
No.
I'm not a mind reader. Anyways, what can we expect from you? Can expect that I will write better than the second flash fiction. No one read that part. Everyone skip that chapter specifically.
Please don't. Yes. So, yeah, you
Ooh.
have. I know. What else? Okay.
Oh my
Read
God.
your, I know, lieu de memoire.
Oh my days, my lieu de mémoire.
Is that so French?
As ini. Mani ako guys. Listen, everyone, palock in sa. Okay. My lieu de
Places of
mémoire.
memory.
My place of memory is the place that sells balut in my neighborhood's esquina. It was run by one lady who didn't have a stall, just 3 chairs that were too tiny to be considered chairs in all honesty, a basket of balut, the other basket for sawsawad and company. On really special occasions, she would excitedly sit down with her father and go to town with the egg embryos that make foreigners and some locals scrunch their face, clutch their metaphorical pearls, and shepherd their children away from. But they just haven't tried it with suka yet.
Wow, she locked in. She locked in. So, Sam, we expect more of your work in Places of Memory, Lost Books, available in Lost Books soon. So, thank you so much, Samantha.
Hi.
Yeah, thank you.
Salamat to this.
Yay! A round of applause, everyone. Thank. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, for our third fellow.
Our third fellow.
Ooh, who's our third fellow?
Our third fellow is Ysabelle Janducayan from STEM 12. She mainly writes fiction and even has one of her works in the previous volume of Hulma. She relies on unhealthy amounts of sugar to keep her brain writing. She's a shy person in nature, but if you ask her the right questions, she'll start yapping about how idol gacha games have the most bizarre lore. So true. Oh, and she's a sucker for angst and slow burn, and you'll probably find her crying about her favorite chip somewhere. Anyway, you can find her at her Discord at IIZUUU, who doesn't cry about angst. So let's bring out Isa! Hi, Isa! Okay, let's go. Let's down.
Sit down, sit down, sit down. Okay, tell me about your work.
My work, it's about a story of two really close friends who one of them suddenly disappeared because of a falling out. So this other guy starts like coping, and one day he suddenly sees his like old friend back again, and he's trying to figure out like, oh, why is he suddenly back? So it's a story that's filled with slow burn and a bunch of angst, and it's in a school setting, yeah. So
Okay, so I have a question for you. What did you read before writing this piece?
um yes, I was on like AO3 a lot during AO3 a lot when I was like writing that piece, and I was also listening to a lot of Alien Stage. That's probably why like it was filled with so much angst. And I was-
Honestly, who doesn't love angst? Am I
for
right?
real, for real, for real. I live on it. Like if you look at my AO3 history confession, it's filled with angst. Like every single fic.
Okay, what inspired world building?
So while I was writing this, I was basically looking into my own experiences. That's why it's pretty obvious now when you read the story, you can kind of see like a glimpse of USC because yeah, it was very USC coded.
Okay, okay. So, what are the themes we can expect when reading the story?
Mm, Definitely angst, yeah, but that was like obvious right off the bat, and a bunch of slow burn, and I guess fluff. Yeah, I mean maybe if you squint. Yes, if you squint.
Okay. What is the meaning behind the title of your book?
Mm, my title, Pastime After Images. Like for one, it can be seen as like basically his friend was like an after image of his past, so like very literal, but it could also mean like it's an after image that came, like it's been due, I don't know how do I explain it, it's past its time already, like he appeared after everything happened. So that's how I got like the inspiration for my title.
So, can we ask for some spoilers? What are your favorite parts or part in your story?
Definitely the falling out, when I was writing the falling out, and the ending scene. I don't really want to spoil the big plot twist, but when the main character comes into terms about everything that's happened, like it was really satisfying to write that part. Yes.
Okay, lastly,
What can we expect from your future work? Will we see you in regionals, nationals, or international?
Um, Honestly, if you see me international, it's probably just me posting on like social media. Yeah, but like I want to continue my writing, but more of a hobby because I'm trying to focus more on my like schoolwork. But you'll probably see me soon.
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 Soon. So, if you can you read your revue de memoire for us?
Oh, okay. Oh, where am I?
This one. This one.
It's not mine. No, that's the same. You copied the same.
Just do it.
Oh my god. This is the same thing as like.
Oh. Okay. So, there's been a small
Technical
error.
error.
So, thank you for now. Thank you, Isa. You can expect to read her work in our newest folio, Places of Memory, available in Lost Books soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Error. Same sila ni
Sila tanan?
Mga tanan. Mga tanan. Okay.
Next, let us bring out the amazing Alyssa Bucao. She is a grade 11 STEM student who's currently studying in the University of San Carlos. She is an amateur writer and a new member of Hulma. More often than not, you'll find her sitting at the piano reading a book or with a pen in her hands. You can reach her through her email 24101 at usc.edu.ph. So, Alisa, let's go. So, Lisa, come here. Everyone,
Everyone,
please,
welcome.
a round of applause.
Okay,
so-
sit down.
So, please let us know more about your piece.
I have 3 pieces, all poetry, and they're all about different things, but like technically they're all about like change, technically, especially the change that a young adolescent experiences. Yeah. So the first piece is entitled, I do not know the actual order, but one of them is entitled "The Day Before College," "Stuck," and "Gladiator." So "The Day Before College" is poem about friends and losing them and keeping them, and it's a change. And for Gladiator we have it's uh kind of like a battle happening in your head. And for Stuck, it's technically the piece is from the title. It's like you're feeling stuck. So from all the pieces, it's mostly the feelings that a young teenager experiences, and that's what I was trying to write, because I wrote this at a like a time in my life where like all these feelings were clashing together, and out of all those feelings, these 3 poems were what came out of it.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What inspired this poem?
What inspired these poems were, all these feelings that I was feeling technically. Especially I wrote this when I wrote these all at the time period where I graduated junior high school.
Oh.
Yes, so it's that period of transition came with a lot of feelings of, change, and trying to cope with the fact that I was going to lose some things and keep some things, and I was going through a lot at that time. So that's what came out of this.
Okay, so how did you go about writing this poem? What's your process?
My process for writing these poems is I write just so I can process the feelings that I'm feeling. So I write all that I'm feeling. I put it all on a piece of paper, and I see if I can make something good out of it. So I cut what sounds bad, and technically I write at first just for myself, and then when I try to make a poem out of it, I try to see how it'll sound like to others.
How long did the first draft take?
a long time. I tried. Technically, these were all from like diary entries and stuff. So like, it
So
all
you journal?
started. Yeah, for like
Wow.
it started like yeah for diary entry, and then I'll revisit it like a month later and like, hey, I can make something out of this. So, yeah.
Okay, so are there any writers that have inspired you to write?
Um, writers that inspire me to write. Right now, I'm reading a lot of Ocean Vuong and stuff. Yeah, and I'm trying to explore other poets, especially those modern ones, to see if like how I can improve my writing, trying to emulate theirs, and but keeping my own style at the same.
Oh, so what do you think makes a poem good?
What I think makes a poem good. Um, I think it technically all for me a poem can't be good. I mean a poem is like it's all based on the reader to
Yeah.
like even like the for me what can be like the best poem to some others it reads very like yeah it's all about perception. So what I think makes a poem good is technically all based on like if if you find the poem good it's good.
Okay, adding on to what Kelsey asked you, who
Mm-mm.
did you read before you started writing your pieces?
Who I read before I started writing my pieces, um it was a lot of Sylvia Plath actually. Yeah,
I
but
see.
yes. I was trying because I'm very new at poetry, so I tried to look at the classics and stuff, but I don't think I don't know if my poem actually reflects like that, but that's what I was trying to like emulate.
But you're getting published.
Yeah,
You're getting published. Places of Memory available in Lost Books soon. How does it feel?
it feels very surreal because I never actually considered myself as a writer until joining Hulma. And it's so like cool to be, acknowledged like as a writer and like that the things I write are being published. It's crazy.
Okay, we're gonna ask for a little bit of spoilers. What is the most striking line in each of your poems?
Um can I actually get like because I do not, I do not. Oh, okay. In the first poem, my personal favorite line is um my personal favorite line is the summer air whispers a prophecy of a future apart. And they all feel it and they all know it, but they cannot bear it apart. And the second one, oh, okay. Where is it?
Oh,
it's
it's
only one.
hidden.
Oh, it's
It's
only
hidden.
one. Oh,
Yeah.
do I have to read the other poems too?
No, you don't have to, but why is it your favorite line?
Um, because I think it really captures the essence of the poem, like the feelings of change that comes with summer.
So, do you think that the readers would love it?
I think that all my poems are very emotional, so I feel like if you've gone, I think we've all gone through something like this. So I feel like especially if you're a young adolescent or teenager, I feel like these poems will really resonate with you.
So, let us expect more from Alyssa and her work in Places of Memory. Let's allow her to read her lieu de memoire, which is over here. Oh, this one.
Okay. So my lieu de memoire is my bedroom. It's the same four white walls that heard her childish squeaks over her first crush and cries over her last. In the corner is the same desk that saw her stress over middle school homework as well as research papers and presentations. It's a sole witness to her sleepless nights and lone celebrations. The wall beside that is lined with pictures of the faces of people close to her heart, a shrine to everyone she's ever loved. Memories frozen and pasted are remembrance of what was, but there's always space for what's to come.
That is so beautiful. Please support her and other fellows for the folio. And thank you, Alyssa.
Thank you.
Everyone, please.
Alyssa, give her a round of applause, guys.
Yay!
Hey.
So, we're going down in numbers
Okay.
now.
The
How do we
fourth
feel
fellow.
about this? Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So before we start on the first fellow, we're going to ask the audience, how are you guys feeling?
How are you guys feeling? So before we proceed, let's read
Let's
a few
read
comments, from the live. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Can you see? So we have
Donna Terion.
Donna Torion.
Magandang hapon po. Tumutunghay mula STPAS, NHS, SDO Taguig City, and Pateros.
Thank you for joining our live. We also have Dana Jedri Honrales. Thank you for watching us from Signal Village National High School. And we have Ferdy A and B and from the
Pateros is the balut capital of the Phils.
That's interesting.
Ooh.
We should visit sometime, Kels.
Yes.
And we have Regina Pagao watching from Taguig Science High School. Thank you for
Ooh,
joining.
So most of our viewers are from Taguig.
Okay, so we have a question.
To
how
our
to engage young-
co-hosts, how to engage youngsters and appreciate
more-
more literature.
I think it's with the appreciation itself.
I think personally, in my own perspective, I feel like we will appreciate literature when when we read. I feel like we should also when we read. Some people just read just for the fun of it.
For
They
the
don't
fun
really
of
like
it,
connect them selves
to
with
the work itself.
and I think people will appreciate literature more if they will also try to be flexible with what they read. They will read more more Cebuano literature or I don't think we should stick to one in terms of reading. I feel like we should delve more into different parts of literature. So what do you think?
Kuan, para na ko kay literature is for everyone. There's a
Yeah.
piece for everyone. Searching is important, of course, but there's no harm in reading, writing, or trying.
Yes.
And Kelsey has said everything that has in my mind, so yeah. Shall we
Get
I think-
started to the fourth
Yes,
fellow.
there are no more comments, but thank you everyone for
Thank
supporting
you.
us.
Thank you so much.
Let's proceed with the
fellow number four.
five.
Five,
Five,
rather.
4, 5. Another. So
Okay.
we have the wonderful Kendall.
Kendall!
Faye. She is a typical tortured poet. As a nerdy Hume student,
she loves learning about literature and creative writing. In her classes, she spends most of her time reading, from Instagram daily poem accounts to book collecting dusts on her bookshelves. When she isn't reading, she's writing about things that are passing thoughts to everybody else except her. She can be contacted through email, kabatingan.kendall@gmail.com. Okay!
Kendall!
Kendall, everybody, give her a round of applause.
she said, "Give her a round of applause."
Okay,
Okay,
what can you
so
say?
let's take a
Okay,
seat.
let's take a seat before she tells us more about her poems. Okay, so what can you say?
What's up? Yay! Okay, so I have 3 poems in the folio. The first one is Rebirth. The second one is, I think I renamed it, I think it's called Piety. And the third one is Defenses of Moonlight. Yeah.
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 Let's go. So, okay, we have some basic questions for you.
Thank you. I
Okay.
appreciate it.
Okay, so the first question is what inspired this poem?
Okay, I'll go poem by poem. Sorry if I sound sick. It's because I am sick. Oh.
Yes, guys. Drink your water.
Drink vitamin C and multivitamins and a lot of water. Yeah.
Yes.
Hello.
Stay
Stay
safe.
safe. Okay. So, oh wow. Thank you. Thank you. You guys better be taking your vitamins too. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so fairy birth. What was the question?
Oh, what inspired
Oh, what
this poem?
inspired me? Okay, okay. For Rebirth, it's kind of like a really poetic, like nothing burger of event from when I was like 15 years old. It was like buried in my Google Docs, and I dug it out and revised it for Hulma. Oh, so what inspired me? Yeah, it was event. I don't know. I don't know what was happening to me. Basta something. And for piety, it was um it was my own thoughts on religion, like at the time, in the same Google Doc when I was also like 15 years old. And it's like it was kind of all over the place before the workshop. But then after the workshop, I hashtag revised it. Can we get applause for revising works? Hell yeah.
Don't
hell
forget to
yeah, yeah.
revise your dusty
Do
works.
not
Yeah.
forget to revise your works,
Yes.
or the
Yes.
panelists will eat you, and there will be 7 million different annotations on your work, and
Oh
you're gonna
my
be
gosh.
defending yourself going, sorry, I was like, it was in a rush, which is not an excuse, which is my excuse. Okay.
Okay.
And the last work, defenses, I rushed it, which is what I just said. Don't rush your works. My bad. Anyways, yeah.
So, how do you go about like revising your works?
You have to find what you don't vibe with, or like usually what other people also don't vibe with, because it's like it's really important nga you get the view of like outsiders who also write, I guess, and you can go to them. You're like, unsay murag di lagi ni sakto kay like the, a person who hasn't been staring at the same work for 30 minutes will probably find the flaws faster than you, who's been obsessing over every single word, going like, oh, dili lagi ni sakto, dili sakto ang phrasing, dili sakto ang form, dili sakto ang everything. So yeah, fresh eyes are
Fresh
hashtag
eyes.
good. And I heard a tip once from Miss Adi Orozco, who my panelist. Oh, can we get a clap? First imong ihimo imong work into a PDF para dili nimo hilabton, because you have to know when to stop revising pod, which is yeah, that's my tips. Oh,
To you,
yeah, thank you.
what is the most important part when you revise?
The most important part when you revise, oh yeah, I just said it. Oh, I'm so mindful.
So mindful.
Talaga. The most important part for me is to know when to stop, and to know like when to stop messing with it. Okay, eventually, the original like essence of the work won't be there anymore if you keep on editing it, and you'll be like at the end you'll be like, "Dili naman yun, like this isn't what you wanted for the piece," and you can't go back because you already did so much effort. So you have to like send it in anyway, and it's gonna be published like that anyway. And at the end, you're gonna be like, "Ah, lagi ko ganun ni." So you have to stay true to yourself, even if like a lot of people like have their own criticisms of work. You have to know like where you want to go sa imong vision, sa imong own work. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go. Now, are there any writers that inspired you to write?
Yes, mentioned various times on the podcast. Woo, by me and the prophet Arian Lazaga. Ocean
Arian.
Vuong. Oh, can we get a round of applause for Ocean
Yeah.
Vuong? Oh, hell yeah. His form, everything. I heard Ocean Vuong. And recently, who have been inspiring me to write? The writers, like, I take a lot of ano from is local writers, I guess. Like J. Maria Magdalena, you're my idol. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, a bunch of local writers that I can't like think of like right now. Woo!
Okay, serious question. What do you think makes a poem good?
Wow, it's a hard question. Oh, it's parang ako. It's like all of it is like really like super duper subjective. Like what makes a poem good for one person will make it like terrible for another person. Especially when it comes to ano like kanang form and like the language used, because it's really all up to preference jud, as as Alyssa Bucao said sa iyahang own part. And like for me though, like personally, what really matters sa poem para ako is kuan the form. Like I like poems that are creative with a form. Okay, I don't like seeing the same like 4 lines. It's not 4 lines, 3 stanzas, which is good. I'm not like dissing it right now. It's good. Pero murag, I like my eyes have to be like stimulated. Do you feel
Everyone's
me?
so
Yeah,
creative.
everyone's so creative. 7 million pounds of cheese.
Yeah.
Okay, and then like yeah, it's the form and also the language and the tone. I like looking at the tone of the poems. Okay, like when it's like kind of sad and depressing. I'm so hashtag edgy right now. Sorry. Oh, when it's like kind of like that kind of like somber feeling. It's really marag mas bugat jud siya sa kuan sa dughan, and it's makes such a good poem. Oh yeah,
You're such a good poet.
thank you, thank you.
So,
Oh.
oh wait, hold on. Last one. We want spoilers. Everyone
Oh.
wants spoilers.
Ooh.
So, what's the most striking line on each of your poems?
I like the line from Rebirth that says, "There is something holy in coming back to places that have never welcomed you." Yeah, I vibe with it.
You vibe with it.
I
Why?
vibe. I don't know. Bugat siya. I feel like it wraps the poem, wraps it up. It like gives the context. It like gives the heavy feeling that I like when I read these crazy poems. And I feel like every poem should like have that line that's so like, oh, ano jud kayo ba?
Ano gyud?
Yeah.
Bugat.
Bugat.
Mahapak.
Muhapa ka ng dili jud nimo malimtan ba nagmubalik-balik si imong ulo, imong suwat-suwaton. I feel like every poem needs that. For real, for real.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
What do you feel when you write Rebirth?
What did I feel? Revising it, that's like my like 4th iteration of it. It's been revised into so many different forms. So I don't know, frustrated. But I think when I originally wrote it, it was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It was like very cathartic, Jude. Just a bunch of word vomit, poetic word vomit that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It makes sense now. But so workshop, it did not make sense. And people grilled it.
Yeah.
Pregnancy poem. Yeah.
So,
Wow.
audience.
Yeah, no, not the.
So,
Sorry.
audience, you'll be the one to decide if it's still word vomit
Does it
or
make
the
sense?
greatest piece on earth. So,
Does it make sense?
okay, I think that's the questions.
Thanks.
We should we let you read your lieu de memoire?
Yeah, sure.
Hold on, wait, Yogi,
I have 200 days of French Duolingo. No, I'm joking.
you're French.
It's Italian Duolingo.
You're
They should have
quite
used an
French.
Italian concept for this just for me. Okay. Her lieu de memoire are the buildings parallel to hers at South Campus. Dramatically, in her quiet moments, thank you. She walks the halls that used to echo with the laughter of her friends, the corridors that withstood their rowdiness, the restrooms that were never silent, gossip leaping from one occupied stall to another. Sometimes, when she focuses hard enough, she sees her friends in the crowd of kids, arms slung around each other like a bunch of fools. When she blinks, though, she's met with the faces of strangers, the warmth of love still present, but not hers, theirs now.
Yes. Thank you, Kendall.
Thank you very much. Thank you
We'll
very
expect
much.
a lot from you with your works in
That's kind of
Places of
pressuring.
Memories
Okay.
available in
Wow!
Lost Books.
Lost Books. Oh,
Soon.
Soon.
Yeah, soon.
Yeah. please.
So thank you, Kendall. Please, everyone, round of applause.
Kendall, everyone, round of applause.
Okay, wait lang. Before we proceed, more shout-outs from our viewers. So, thank you, Benedicta
Benedicta
Agu.
Agot. Hello, watching from Ysabelle Santos Elementary School.
Thank you for your support.
Jerinel Tuason. Hello po, watching from Capitan Eddie Reyes Integrated School, STO Tapat.
Thank you for watching.
Karina Umala. Good afternoon po, watching from Tipas National High School, SDO Tapat.
Then we have Jedrid Calix Enriquez. Hello
Thank you for
po.
watching.
Watching from Capitan Eddie Reyes Integrated School. Thank you so much for coming to our live. We have Ion Lay Laganipa from Reyes Integrated School.
SDO Tapat.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We also have Sofia Nadine Esplana from Capitan Eddie Reyes Integrated School, as well as Kaisi Caliboso from Capitan Eddie Reyes Integrated School. Thank you so much. And hello to Shivni Klais Cadet. Thank you for watching our live. So let us proceed with our final fellow for today, unfortunately. But can we bring out the one, the
And
only, Arian Lazaga? He likes bugs and also
Whoa.
poetry. He is a STEM student. He's inspired by the natural world to fuel his writing. Particularly, he's really into mold, decay, and generally decomposing things that you could find accumulating in the back of the fridge or at the bottom of a trash can. When he's not trying to figure out subtext, he draws and paints as another creative outlet. Sometimes he posts on drawings on his Instagram. Arian Beetle, follow him. So let's bring out Arian.
Arian, everybody.
Everyone, a round of applause, please. Woo!
Okay, before we start,
So
we
let's
sit
down.
Okay.
Hi,
Hi. He's back.
I'm back.
Okay, so let's sit down.
Okay, so tell me more about your poems. Why are you laughing?
My poems, they're all very personal, but at the same time, uh, during the workshop, I was told that the original ones that I had written were too diary-like, so I had to make it better. So they are still very personal to me, the things that I've written, but I just hope that now there's like literary restraint and stuff so that they can still be read as actual poetry. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, so what inspired this poem, Arian?
Um a lot, not a lot. Like all of the ones that I've written are just basically about things that have happened to me. And this one, Batuan, it's about a friend that I had, and that was like a whole messy thing going on. So I was like, you know what? Messy things are really fun to read about. So I was like, I'm gonna write about that, and that's why that exists now. And
Okay, so what did you feel while writing Butuan?
it was very like, it was honestly kind of cathartic because it's like I've already kind of moved on from that enough so that I can write about it and act normal. So I was able to just write it and not feel like super emotional about writing it. And I was able to be more objective about how it looks as like actual writing.
Yes, but during when you wrote it, was it a lot? Was it conveying your emotions?
Yeah, the first draft that I made pre-workshop, it looks it's like a whole other thing than the one that's getting published. But it was just emotion, and it was very direct. So that was the problem with it. It was very, very direct. And so I had to like edit it so that it wasn't so obvious. But the first draft was definitely me just putting all of my feelings into words, even though they weren't really good, like writing.
So do you think that makes you a good poet?
I think I think it's important to have like emotion behind what you write, because it's like if you don't really care about what you're writing, then why are you writing it in the first place, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
But I think it's also important at the same time to try to look at your writing with a bit more objectivity too, so that you can see it as a work, you know, not just like a diary entry like I used to do.
Okay, what do you consider a good poetry?
Good poetry. I think good poetry is something that can resonate with a person reading it, because it's like um it's like you are feeling what the author feels when the person wrote it, but you can only feel so strongly about something when you can relate to it. So I think good poetry is something that can make you feel strongly about like yourself, I guess, and feel a connection between yourself and the person who wrote it just through the words.
So, are there any writers that inspired you to write?
We're gonna say it again. Ocean Vong.
Ocean Vuong.
I love Ocean Vong. He's my idol. I I like lie awake at night thinking how the hell did he do that? It's
That is
crazy.
so intimate of you.
And I also like reading honestly whatever my friends send me because they send me like a bunch of local authors, local writers from like Batalad, etc. And I also really like reading those things. And also, I just like reading what my friends write because they write stuff, and I'm like, what the hell? Like that's
What the
crazy. And
hell?
it's really cool because there are these people who are writing things that are like crazy, and you're like, wow, and they're contemporaries, you know? So it's like it challenges you to be, my friends can write like that, so I should be able to as well, you know?
So, when you were trying to improve your poem, were your friends like able to help you in critiquing your work?
Yes. Shout out to Kendall Cabatingan for
Yeah.
being the one to criticize my work and not hold back her words at all. I really appreciate that. There was a way that she would say my writing if it wasn't good, but I'm not gonna say what that is because it's like um it's insulting to uh perhaps the person it is being compared to, but I appreciate her so much for being the most direct person with my writing. And also thank you to Miss Shivni for sending me like 8 minutes of why your poem isn't working and make it better. That helped a lot. So yeah, I really appreciate the criticisms that I receive from my peers about my writing.
Okay, so adding on the comparing or comparison, um, who did you write before you wrote your piece? I read. Who did you read before you wrote your piece? My bad. My bad. My bad.
Honestly, I'm very, very new to poetry in general. I actually just started writing because of the application for Hulma. I was like, you know what? I want to join this club. So I just like rushed three things and submitted it. Um, when I was trying to apply to Hulma, I was actually thinking I would write prose because the main thing that I actually read was literary like stories, I never really read poetry before. So I was thinking I would submit a short story too, but like I guess that's not how it went. So yeah, before Hulma, I have very little experience writing. Most of it is just uh some very bad fan fiction and like school assignments. So yeah, uh I don't really have anything from before Hulma that I can really call like serious writing because it was not yet something that I really put time into.
I see. So I think me and Kelsey have something we want from you. I think the audience wants as well. We want spoilers. So what's the most striking line from your piece? Hold on.
Um
Pause.
Pause, yeah.
That's na sila there.
It's okay, we're getting there.
Yes, we're getting there.
This is my first one, but one. And I think the most striking line for this one is the last line. I miss you like an obsession. And I liked writing that line because I'm very STEMmy, I guess. And obsession is like a botany term, I guess, for when trees shed their leaves and stuff for like health reasons. So it's like they let go of their leaves when they're not healthy anymore, so that the tree itself can be healthy. That's like that's why I really like drawing from nature, because it's like what's that's already a poem in itself, right? A tree is literally shedding its own leaves so that it'll be healthy, and putting all the poison into the leaves and then shedding them. And it's like, how do you even write anymore when things like that already exist? And maybe it's just me trying to make an allegory out of everything, but that's what I really like.
So I know your themes mostly revolves around science. Do you consider yourself a biologist when you write?
That's biologist is a strong word.
Yeah.
I'm an enthusiast. I don't think I have any any in I don't have enough technical knowledge at all about science, but I really like science, so I try to draw it from that. And there's a lot of disconnect, I guess, between sciences and arts that I see. Like people, it's always like you're either one or the other, you know? Like STEM people, Humes people, they're like, they don't really get along because it's so different. And they both kind of look down on each other, which I feel like the interdisciplinary stuff is what I want to try to write about.
We'd want to see more from you, but for now, let's let him read his lieu de memoire.
My lieux de memoria. I don't care.
Go,
My
girl.
lieu de memoire. It, oh, this is third person. His, I guess. His lieu de memoire is the back of his house where he throws the garbage bags. Illuminated by a single white light, there's always something coming out of the dark, attracted by it. In between the black plastic bags and wet cardboard, maggots are crawling and little flies are buzzing about. Small lizards and moths perch along the walls. That sight isn't exactly uncommon in Cebu streets. While the smell of trash and the insects flying near his face seem gross, he's always found beauty in life persisting. Wow. I feel like the last line is really corny, but I'm gonna lean into it.
Well, you slayed. That's for sure. You slayed. Oh, so thank you so much, Arian.
Thank
We'll
you.
most definitely read your book. Places of Memory, Lost Books, available soon. Yeah. So
Arian,
I guess
everybody.
that's the end of the fellows for
Woo!
now.
Okay, so do we have more comments? No.
For now, let's. Unfortunately, all the fellows weren't able to be here, and I think they deserve their name to be out
Shout
there.
out.
Shout out to them because they're amazing writers. We have Annestein Aum, then we have Denise Kuizon, as well as Joachim
Joachim.
Lape, and the best fellow for poetry, Charlize Margaret Gallos.
She's sick. so
We'd
she
also
couldn't
love
be here.
to thank the panelists who were able to critique the works of our fellows, Mr. Alden Arsen, Miss Adela or Mr. Alden Arsen, who was born in Zamboanga City, Philippines, where the croak of the frogs was the first lullaby that put him to sleep. But his navel is deeply rooted in the Anbantayan, Cebu, where he buried most of his life. His works appeared in various periodicals and likewise bagged several literary awards. Currently and for the rest of his life, he lives for Sally and his 3 dogs, Nala, Dave, and Lucy.
Okay, we have our panelist is also Adela T. Orozco, hails from Dalagat, Cebu. She is primarily a reader and a daydreamer forced by society to act accordingly, which is the reason why she's a senior high school teacher. She worships Anais Nin in her free time. Her favorite Sinubuanong Bisaya word is mirisi,
Merisi.
followed by an exclamation mark.
Merisi! Lastly, we have Dr. Cindy Velasquez, who is a
Laban.
full professor at the University of San Carlos. Her awards include the Jimmy Balakit Award, Literary Award, Gawad Urian, 10 Outstanding New Voices of the Decade for Cebuano Literature through Bathalad Cebu, and a recipient of 2 grants from the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, an alumna of several fellowships in creative writing and art criticism. She continues to write particularly poetry for children and children's short stories that are related to the indigenous communities like Bajau and Daati. Her first poetry collection, Lawas or Body, was published in 2016, which was introduced by Dr. Marjorie Evasco. While her second, Your Soul is Home, a collection of photo haiku in Tokyo and Yamagata, a book which was introduced by Dr. Merly Alunan. Lastly, we'd like to thank our club moderator, Ms. 𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗧, for allowing this folio and this event to happen. So,
Alicia,
yes,
what do you
Kelsey.
think? What do you think? What are you expecting from the folio?
I'm expecting to cry a lot, but as well as the excitement when it comes to reading the books of our fellows.
Do you have a question for
So,
me?
wait. So, I think we should go to the audience, or
Okay,
can we have the fellows?
Sure.
Can we have the fellows to
Can we
come
have
here?
the fellows here?
Can we have the fellows to come here? We have a small segment. Come on. We just want something small. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here.
That's what she said.
Ay. Oh,
Oh,
likod na lang kami dira. Kami muna.
kami na lang muna.
Okay.
Okay.
So, sit down, my children. So, I think we'll just include the entire audience. So, let's start with editor-in-chief.
Ooh, what do you feel about the
So-
folio?
Describe the folio in one word.
Nice.
Nice.
Nga naman.
Ako ang layout.
Wow. Lost books available soon. So, then we have Samantha Balili. Wait. Shh. Describe the folio in one word.
Folio. Oh. That's a word.
What's that? Okay, Kendall. Describe the folio in one word.
Awesome.
Awesome. Everything is awesome. So we have Kelsey at the back.
Okay, let's go naman sa back. Okay. Trixie, describe the folio in one word.
Life-changing.
Ooh, life-changing. Why? How so?
All the pieces there are made with love and so hardworking by the fellows. And you can really feel, and you're going to be like, damn, a human wrote this?
Yes.
Okay, Alyssa, describe the folio in one word. Good.
Good.
Oh, good. How can you say so?
It's very good.
It's very good.
Wow. Okay. Arian, describe the folio in one word.
It's nostalgic, I guess.
Nostalgic.
How?
All of the writing, it's like all of the writers are teens, so all of them are like teen experiences. So even though they're from another person, I can read it and I feel like, wow, that feels like something that happened to me.
Okay,
Hmm.
Isa.
That kind of sounds like
Okay.
places of memory.
Yes.
Available. Last books.
Lieu de mémoire. Okay, Isa, describe the folio in one word.
Tears.
Why?
Fierce.
No, tears.
Tears. I see.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Because that took blood, sweat, and tears to make.
Mm-hmm. Blood, sweat, and tears. Yeah.
Okay.
I think
I think
all the
we're-
fellows have shown their creativity.
Yes.
And let us come on. I think we'll just stand there.
Okay.
Okay. Come here.
Is it great to stand there? Hi everyone.
Yes. Hi everyone. We have the fellows right here. So I think our fellows have showcased their wonderful talent in writing. So
Do we say that?
sure.
Okay, so guys, we are Hulma and our head editors for
The folio.
yes.
We have our club
Shout out.
moderator, Ms. 𝗪𝗧𝗧𝗧𝗧, And our editor-in-chief, who is also the literary editor for Warrior Scribe, Renzo Flordelis. Then we have our managing editor, 𝗬𝗪𝗪, as well as so the finance division, our treasurer Winona Chanel Salazar, who's unfortunately here, the auditor, me, Elijah Dinampo, then our creatives collective, Julia Angeline Bravo, who's unfortunately not here.
She's sick.
Then we have as well Renzo Flordelis, the editor-in-chief, and Arian Lazaga. For short form releases, we have our associate editor, Charlize Gallos, our commissioning editor, Trixie Canama, and our illustrators, Julia Andrine Bravo. Then our layout artist, once again, our editor-in-chief, Renzo Flordelis. Then the social media team, we have the graphic designer, Arian Lazaga. He's right there, Arian Lazaga. And the copywriter, Charlize Gallos. And the managers, me, Elijah Dinampo, Kendall Cabatingan, Julia Angeline Bravo, and 𝗬𝗪𝗪. For the Hulma Friends with Heritage Palmgrass Hotel, our program director, Joachim Lape, who is unfortunately not here. The Masters of Ceremony, who we took place for now, Kendall Cabatingan and Arian Lazaga. And our musicians, who are unfortunately not here right now, Seth Soliano and Adam Gaviola. Okay, so should we wrap everything up?
Yeah.
So thank you so much for watching today's episode of Hulma and Friends. Our folio Places of Memory, also known as Lieu de Mémoire, will be available soon, and it will be found in Lost Books, which is near Cebu Doctors University. Thank you for showing your support.
Guys, I would like to add, follow Hulma on Instagram.
Hulma on Instagram. Thank you so much for supporting us, and we'll see you in the next episode of Hulma and Friends. Bye-bye.
Bye.